So, good day, everyone. Today, we're going to talk about globalization and religions. So, in this topic, we're going to talk about the organizations, behaviors, and what are the conflicts that they have experienced or what they are facing in terms of globalization and religion.
First, let's start with global culture. So, what is global culture? It refers to the shared practices, values, beliefs, technologies, and the behaviors that have emerged due to the interconnectedness of societies worldwide. This interconnectedness has been driven by globalization, which includes the spreads of information, trade, travel, and the influence of mass media and technology. As cultures mix and influence one another, global culture develops by adopting and adapting elements from different societies, often leading to the creation of hybrid forms of art, music, food, fashion, and social norms. Second is religion. In the book, there are many definitions of the word religion, but I just wrote down two definitions of what is religion. Religion refers to a personal or institutionalized system concerned with ultimate belief about existence of the supernatural. Religion also is a set of behavior that is only unified according to the Western idea. Types of religious behavior must be considered as a part of human behavior and must be a requirement of fully comprehend the meaning of religion. Examples of religion are Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, and Buddhism.
The types of religious behavior. So first, before we dive into the types of religious behavior, let's find out what is a religion. So according to Dockham 1915, religion is centered on the beliefs and practice related to sacred and opposed to profane things. So the sacred are distinguished from profane since the latter involves these aspects of reality that are common and ordinary. So the former includes these things that are inspirational and mystical. Although that they set of behavior is part of Western religious tradition. While though 2007 proposes that they should not be grouped together but studied as distinctive type of religious behavior. On the other hand, Berger 1967 states that these are manifested through a behavior or sets of behavior that sets apart of group of adherent from another group. Religion is a cultural universal, is a present in all societies in different form of behaviors. So there are four religion behaviors according to Berger. So these are simple supernaturalism, animism, theism, and abstract ideals. So first, let's tackle about simple supernaturalism. So what is simple supernaturalism? So it is a belief in the supernatural, good or evil, that dwell in the natural environment. As creatures themselves, people compel an extraordinary power to happen as they like by physical actions. Practices like carrying an amulet for good luck, avoiding a certain event or situation that occurs an unpleasant incident. So simple supernaturalism is a type of behavior that focus on supernatural. So from the word supernatural, this means that this means that some entity that we cannot see, or their belief that carrying an amulet is for good luck also. So next is animism. So animism, people sees life in animated nature and its composition from the stars, rocks, plants and animals, wind and water. Besides, it also includes a belief in in belief in spirits or other world beings. It becomes a pattern of religious behavior that is manifested in the abstract ideas of love, happiness, pain, dreams, which are also bound to rituals that make the spirit act favorably for the adherent. So animism is all about people see things as animated. People see life as animated, like the nature and also the stars, rocks, plants, and all that. And also they they manifested in the abstract ideas of love, happiness, pain, and dreams, which are also bound to ritual that make the spirit act favorably for the adherents. So animism is all about animation. So next is theism. Theism. Theistic religion is focused on the belief in gods or a god who are all powerful. This form of religion behavior is established by a religious hierarchy of spiritual leader with rites, sacred texts, and taboos. Christianity, Islam, and Judaism are samples of monotheistic faiths. The ancient Greek religion and Hinduism practice a belief in many gods with similar or relatively different powers. Hindu deities, primarily practiced in India, are usually village or tribal gods associated with a particular purpose, setting, or object. So theism is all about believing in supernatural like gods and anything like that, that they are the most powerful human being or most powerful being in the universe. So they can grant life, and that's their belief that they can grant anything that that you that you speak out to them in favor of praying to them, or um just just stating their name, or by praying. Yes, yes, by praying. So the fourth one is the abstract ideas. So abstract ideas is a number of religion focused on a set of abstract principles, and adherents aspire to achieve moral and spiritual wisdom. Majority of the religions in Asia, like Taoism, Confucianism, and Buddhism, are, are of this type. So, other than focusing on the worship of God, the basis of their behavior is to direct their spiritual life toward attaining a higher state of consciousness. So, instead of abstract ideas is, instead of worshiping a god or something like that, the basis of their behavior is to distract or to direct their spiritual life toward training a higher state of consciousness. So the difference of theism and abstract ideas is, theism is all about gods and deities, while abstract ideas is all about is all about where is all about the basis of their behavior to direct their spiritual life to attaining a higher state of consciousness. So that's
So, hi guys. So, let's talk about religious organization. So, a religious organization is a hierarchy where adherents are obliged to follow ways according to a stable setup of rituals and objects. And their very way of life are also dictated by the regularity of its execution and restrictions, and also foundation of their creed are the beliefs, norms, and ceremonies. The personal and economic and political destinies hinge on these formal organizations, which we have four of it. So we have the church, sect, denomination, and the cults. So let's talk about the church. So the church, it usually enjoys a positive relationship of acceptance and patronage in the mainstream society. Its legitimacy is strengthened by a huge bureaucratic setup. Its adherents are born into the membership through parental affiliation, as most of the members of the society are part of the church. As an established institutional church, it does not normally go against the dominant social goals and values of the community, but a few times it does advocate cause or social reform that runs counter to its basic tenets. Next, we have the sect. So, the sect is a reactionary religious organization which separates itself from the mainstream religion. It considers itself uniquely legitimate, but is it at odds with the dominant society? It often consists of a small group of adherents who parted ways with the established religious tradition. The sect is usually established by leaders who broke away from the church and claim that they represent the true, cleansed version of the faith from which they split. They question that should it gain more followers as it becomes an established organization similar to a church and receives general acceptance from the larger society. So next, or the third in line, is the denomination. So denomination often it is a sect that has moderated its stand as a sect and accepts the legitimacy of other groups. It receives a positive relationship with a large segment of society. The majority of the followers of the denomination are from the middle class, and its leaders are schooled in seminaries for the discipline of established pastoral duties. So the denomination is satisfied to be one of the many religious organizations which are all acceptable to each other. And lastly, guys, we have the cult. So the cult is an alienated and considered deviant sector of the mainstream society. Unlike the sect which usually branch out of an established religion, a cult represents a new and liberated religious practice according to Stark and Bainbridge in 1979 and 1987. It tends to accept the legitimacy of other religious groups, and it is difficult for a cult to claim sole legitimacy itself, having having no own religious tradition. In addition, knowing that other groups view them with suspicion, cults have a sense of vulnerability and thus shows an interest in supporting norms of tolerance. In order to attract adherents, cults are not very strict with it. So that's all for religious organizations.
So now let's proceed to the global conflict. So global conflict have been deeply influenced by the dynamic of globalization, decolonization, and partitions of state following World War II. So many of these conflicts stem from artificial state boundaries that force disparate ethnic, religious, and cultural groups into political entities where they were in conflict. So, to further understand or to enlighten your mind what is global conflict, let's dig in what inside the global conflict. So, post World War II political landscape. It says here that creation of artificial nation state lead to ethnic and religious tensions. So, when we say nation state refers to a group of people that has a common heritage, culture, and at the same time who are united under a common government. So, um, there are examples of the nation state, which is the China and the Japan. So, why they are part of the nation state? Because China share the same beliefs, history, and traditions, while the Japan where the borders of the Japanese nations and the sovereign state of the Japan align. But because of the rise of globalization, it affect the rule of um, nation state. It affect economically, politically, and culturally. So there are also some leaders, religious leaders, who are often exploited those division for a political gain. So when we say political gain, it's very understandable. From the word gain, you can gain a lot of benefits like um, power, popularity, and at the same time you can control, and you can get, that's not just the benefits that you can gain when you run for those division. That's why there are some religious leaders who run those division for a political gain. So, the rule of religion and global politics, it has the potential to shape the political and nationalist movement, but but sometimes shaping the political and nationalist movement, it can lead to violence, revolution, and genocide. So when we say genocide, genocide is the systematic planning of killing of group of people. Um, like what I said, while shaping the political and nationalist movement, it can lead sometimes to revolution or conflict. So, um, so the Philippine Constitution implemented the in 1987 they implemented the protection of the right of worship, because they want to ensure or to protect um, or to what do you call that, or to safeguard the organized religion to remain independent from the government affairs. So those balance is essential because those are essential because to prevent conflict or religious conflict, and also to implement or to promote a harmony or unit, u- unity. So the relationship between globalization and religion is complex because it offers both new opportunities and challenges. As globalization spread to regions like Asia, Africa, and Latin America, so religion has become deeply intertwined with global trade and communication. So and to have a global trade and communication, they use the modern technology or implement, particularly in media and and transportation, enables religions to spread more widely. So, um, this global connectivity um, allows people to share goods, beliefs, and backgrounds, making religion a key factor in both unity and division within globalization. Um, that's why they use modern technology. Uh, so, challenges and opportunities. Like what I said, the relationship of globalization and religion is complex because they offers both challenges and opportunities. So it's essential. It's very important or essential. It's essential to navigate those challenges and embrace those opportunities for interfaith dialogue and to and and cooperations. So that's why it's very important that um, um, to embrace those challenges and opportunities.
So now we're going to talk about the relationship of globalization and religion. So religion and globalization in the past and until now are merely connected. They have always been linked because religious leaders traveled around the world to share their beliefs, which helped build places of worship and boost local economies. This allowed people to find jobs and create businesses. So as globalization progresses, it spread to different regions, influencing business trade worldwide. Religion has become an integral part of globalization. So as globalization spread, it affects how business operate and how religions grow. This connection opened up new chances for religion to reach more people, but also bring challenges in understanding different beliefs. Next, technology plays an important role in globalization. Technology, especially media, it plays a crucial role in promoting globalization by breaking down boundaries and connecting people worldwide. This allows the exchange of ideas, culture, and goods, leading to shared commonalities, making us more aware and connected to the world around us. Next is globalization has contributed to the development of new religious groups. So globalization make it easier for new religious group to spread to different countries, just like goods are traded. This group find acceptance in new places until they become popular. Next, religion connects people worldwide. So religion has a special way of bringing people together. Religious leaders reach out to even the most isolated community, helping individuals feel like they belong and encouraging spiritual growth, which can balance out the focus on material things and globalization. Next, economic growth in major countries boosts finances for local religion, while missionary efforts thrive in third world nations targeting conversions to their faith. So, as countries become wealthier, local religion also gain more money to spread their beliefs. Missionary work is still strong in developing countries where religious representatives work to convert people to their faith. So, major religions such as Christianity, Islam, and Buddhism have spread across the globe, adapting to different regions and demographics. So, like Christianity turning to Southern and Black, Islam turning to Asian, Buddhism turning to White and Western. But despite this global expansion, they still hold on to their original identities while trying to share their beliefs with more people around the world.
Standpoints on religion on globalization. Globalization brings people and religion closer together. Some religion use this to spread their beliefs, while others try to keep their traditions strong. These global connections also encourage different religions to talk and understand each other better, each responding in its own way. So here's how different religions respond to globalization today. Number 1, spreading beliefs. So some religions see globalization as a way to share their beliefs with more people around the world. So some religions use this to spread their beliefs more widely. Number 2, protecting traditions. Other religions focus on keeping their values and customs strong, as they feel globalization might weaken or change them. Number 3, building understanding. Globalization brings religions into contact, so some groups use this to build and respect understanding different faiths among others. Number 4, adopting selectively. Some religions accept certain parts of globalizations, like using the internet to connect with their followers, but they reject global ideas that don't match their beliefs. Number 5, avoiding outside influence. A few groups keep their distance from globalizations to protect their beliefs by being influenced by outside culture. So, here are some general perspectives from major world religions: the Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, and Judaism, because they see globalization as an opportunity to spread their religions into new regions of the world. To sum up, religious standpoints on globalizations reflect both negative and positive views. Positively, globalization fosters interfaith dialogues, spread religious values, and support global humanitarian efforts. Negatively, it threatens cultural identity, promotes materialism, Religions respond by adapting to or resisting changes, while influencing global dynamics.
So, good morning everyone. So today we're gonna talk about the global conflict and peace. What is global conflict? When we say global conflicts, this refers to the large-scale disputes that transcend national boundaries and have significant international implications. These conflicts can manifest in various forms, including wars, civil wars, political standoffs, and arms races. They are often driven by a complex interplay of factors, including these, which is clash of civilizations. Differences in cultural values, beliefs, and practices can lead to tensions and conflict between groups. Economic inequality, disparities in wealth and resources can create resentment and follow social unrest, potentially escalating into conflict. Resource competition, scarcity of resources such as water, land, or energy can lead to competition and conflict between nations or groups. Religious fundamentalism, extreme interpretations of religious beliefs can lead to intolerance, violence, and conflict, particularly when intertwined with political agendas. And that's all for today, our topic, which is global conflict and peace. So the example of this is global conflict and peace related to religion is the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. This conflict has deep roots in religious beliefs and interpretations, with both Israelis and Palestinians claiming historical and religious ties to the land. The conflict of this is followed by competing claims to Jerusalem, a holy city for both Judaism and Islam, and by a differing interpretation of religious texts regarding the land and its ownership. The peace of this is, despite the conflict, there is also significant peace-building efforts wrought in religion and the faith dialogue between Jewish and Muslim leaders has helped to foster understanding and peace and building bridges. Religious figures have also played a role in mediation and reconciliation efforts. Overall, the religion plays a complex role in global conflict and peace. While it can contribute to conflict, it can also be a powerful force for peace building. Understanding the religion's influence on conflict and peace is crucial for promoting a more peaceful world. The relationship between religion and global conflict and peace is complex and multifaceted. While religion is often seen as a source of conflict, it can be also a powerful force for peace. So that's all for today. Our topic, which is entitled "The Global Conflict and Peace."